right, welcome back to Slip Joint Display. Today we are looking at a couple of Great Eastern Cutlery 44s, the Buffalo Jack. These are both knife number 441218. Let's get into the models. So in 2018, Great Eastern Cutlery put out the 44s. This is a gunstock pattern. So that it means that the handle is in the shape of a gunstock. Gunstock jacks have a lot of love in the community and a pretty good amount of history, probably dating back to the mid to late 19th century. And I don't know if Case was the first one to do it, but I think they probably popularized it. Great Eastern Cutlery put out these 44s in 2018, and they were a big hit. These are both Northfield trim. I had one Titty Ute model in ebony, but that got sold a while back. So here is your tube for the Stag. Nothing else to it. Here is your tube for the Coca-Cola. Nice, different looking tube. So the ebony was fairly plain Jane in comparison to these two, especially the ebony standing out. This one's different. GEC really did this up. They did a good job with it. So what you're talking about is brass bolsters, a brass shield, the bullet shield, unexcelled stamped into the bolsters, front and back, clip point blade, long pull, cut swedge, and a very authoritative pen blade with the knife. I believe these are rat tail bolsters on this model. That's how it looks anyway. So, I mean, this is pretty different. You're not talking nickel silver or anything else. This really stands out, and it not only does it give a distinctive look to the knife, but the way that the entire knife ages is different because these bolsters are brass. These were really nice. They were really popular. On top of the Coca-Cola having this layout, I believe they had one with jigged bone, also with the brass bolsters and the bullet shield. I either passed on it or was only able to get the Coca-Cola. This wood has darkened with time, but it's still a great looking knife. And then, of course, our model in Sandbar Stag. This Stag looks really good. This is really well matched. The color matches, the purling matches. They did a good job with this. In preparing to do this, sit down and do this, I mean, I was looking at this and thinking to myself, is that fat stag? Is it an example of fat stag? I mean, it's surely not skinny, but I don't know if it would fall into the classifications of fat stag. But anytime you're dealing with a multi-bladed knife with multiple springs, you're going to get a more substantial knife in hand. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Let's have a look here. See that shape, that gunstock shape to it. Yeah, people love these. I mean, these are popular probably because of the crossover from the knife community to the gun and hunting community. So, I mean, if that's your thing, then this knife is going to stand out to you. I'm certainly not anti-gun. I have guns. I advocate for gun ownership and all that. I'm not at the range twice a week, but, you know, guns are fine. That's, you know, I'm all about it. But for anybody who's an avid hunter and that kind of thing, this model is going to mean a lot. They're really going to take to this. I have kind of almost a love-hate relationship with these. I like these models, and they're done very, very well. It almost stands out to me as a small knife, which I don't think is fair. I mean, if you look, this is a two-blade Great Eastern Cutlery 78, and they're about the same size. And I guess the handle of the 44 is a little bit less. Blade length, You know, it's the same. You're talking the same territory, absolutely. So I don't know why in my mind this stands out as a smaller knife. The squared off bolster certainly gets my attention. It's something different. I mean, oftentimes you just happen to see rounded bolsters, and with this one being squared off, yeah. But Great Eastern Cutlery did a really good job with these. The construction is really good. The secondary spring for the pen is a smaller size than the main. And you can see that. But look at the construction. This shield is, I can catch on these lines here, but the actual start of the bullet shield, I can't even find it. Transitions down here are perfect. Perfect. Yeah. What a great job they did with these. Look at that. The way the wood's cut. Texture in that wood. These, I mean, these have a lot of pocket time. This stag has been carried, patinaed, cleaned off. Let's see if we can see the billboard. There it is. There's your Northfield Unexcelled. And let me see. Yeah, it's there. Northfield Unexcelled. Barely see it. Let's look at our stamping on the blades. Tight as fill. A lot of people in the community really love these. They go crazy for them. So, like I said, both these have been carried and patinaed. The stag has been cleaned off. And anytime I'm cleaning patina off a knife like this, I don't shoot to do a perfect job. I want the knife to show some age on it. So it's kind of like an imperfect cleanup. And this is an example of that, where you can still tell that the knife's not new. This Buffalo Jack, just no cleanup at all. Just all the patina. Really heavy. Yeah. Let's have a look around the knives. So what are you talking? A little more than 2.5-inch cutting, 3-inch blade, and 6 1/4, 6.5 overall, something like that. Get the idea. Let's measure the pen, just in case anybody's looking on the secondary for one of these and wants to know what they're getting. 2.5, roughly, 2-inch cutting, that territory. Not flush at half, but we're close. Good snap. Yeah, people love these damn things. Does that look like a small knife? Just me. I don't know. I almost feel like this falls somewhere between small and medium. And it really doesn't. It's just my weird judgment, but that's just how it sits in my mind. Good job on the stag. Yeah. There's some people that just go crazy for these models. I know it's Motown's favorite, or was it one time? Maybe still is. I don't know. Motown, get down in the comments. Let us know. But yeah, I mean, Great Eastern Cutlery, all the detail in the world on this, and the way that this brass ages. You know, normally you've got nickel silver on your bolsters, and so the way, you know, as the knife ages, the handle is what it is. Sometimes the wood ages, sometimes it doesn't. Your blade will patina, but your bolsters, they're going to age last. But with this, with it being brass on there, they're really, they take on age as you go. And so your whole knife gets a look to it. It's an interesting choice. And I guess with the shield being brass and the pins being brass and the liners being brass, it ties in. Let's look at the construction here. Yeah, strike down the middle. Make Richter happy. No gaps that we can see from the outside. This guy's got some miles on it, doesn't it? Look at that. This run was a home run. I mean, absolutely. Sorry if I'm blinding you guys. Just close your eyes. No gaps. And yeah. So that's that. These are excellent as far as the gaps are concerned. Not an open well, a full liner in there. Everything fitting in nicely. Yeah, not a lot of bad you can say. I dig the clip point blades. The long pull is right. The swedge is right. I like the proportions. It's not overly skinny. What do you guys think? I mean, where's the Gunstock land for you, the 44s? Be interested to see if Great Eastern Cutlery put these back out, what they would do with it. I mean, if you're not going to put it, it's common for a Gunstock pattern to have a secondary blade on it, you know, a secondary pen, which is interesting because if you're making any commentary on the ergonomics of the knife, I mean, it looks like it would be great ergonomics, but as soon as you throw a pen blade in there, you ruin that. Not to say it's bad ergonomics. It's not. It works well in the hand. I've never had a problem with it. Just, you know, that looks appealing till you throw in the pen. I've seen guys do blade deletes on these. I'm not going to go that route, but yeah, the pen is nice. It's not, you know, this pen blade is not for nothing. And that clip point looks really good. It's a really nice clip point blade. Almost the full length of the handle. Look at that. As opposed to, well, the 78's not far off from it. Just comparing these two because it's sitting on the table, guys. I mean, yeah, that's, you can sit there and argue over a little bit of measurement, but that's the same. What do you guys think? Have you had a 44? Did you get rid of one? Are you chasing one? Is it a grail of yours? What's your experience with them? It was a really good run. There was, you know, these two and the other two variations that I mentioned. I'm not sure about the rest. I could have looked into that before sitting down to do this, but it certainly was interesting with the Buffalo Jack and the amount of detail that they put into it. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Tell us what your experience is, and I'll see you guys on the next video.